Hello and welcome to this episode of Cosmic Crow Tarot, where today we're going to be talking about the star. The star is the major arcana card of the tarot, astrologically connected to Aquarius, whereas the time of making this video, it's very much Aquarius season, my personal favorite sign of the zodiac, because they're weird, they're proud, they're innovative, they're original. They're the sign of humanity that doesn't really like humans all that much. That's my personal rising sign, so I very much relate to that last thing I said. People scare me very often in large groups. I'm not okay with them, but I want to make humanity better. I feel connected to humanity, and I want to make the world a better place before I leave. This is the prophecy wine. It's got the illustration of the star right here. You can see it, as you can tell from that top thing right there. I have not opened it. I have not tried it. So if you've tried this wine before, please let me know in the comments if it's any good. I might open it sometime. I might not. What I like to do with these bottles, because I have had a few of them in the past, is when someone invites me to do tarot readings at their business or the events or their parties, something like that, I like to give these as gifts, because it's like, hey, thank you. Here's a tarot card to bring you joy. So that is my that's the star of the tarot prophet, or the prophecy wine. You know, it might be good, it might not. I've never drank it, but here it is. Like, you can see that bottle there, that beautiful illustration. It's kind of my goal. It was my goal to collect all of the ones, the major arcana, but at the present time I only have this one and the high priestess. I did have the emperor, but that was one of those gifts that I gave away, and the person told me like they were so excited about it and they really enjoyed it. So it might be good wine, it might not. But we're not really here to talk about wine. We're not here to do anything like that. We're going to talk about the star. I'm going to show you a few different illustrations of the star and talk about it a little bit more, because it's one of my favorite cards of the tarot, and it's one of the most empowering. In the story of the major arcana, the star follows the tower. Now, the tower is the most feared and probably the most negative and card of the tarot that you don't want to see coming up, because as the illustration shows right there, it's catastrophe, it's endings, it's things that we didn't know were gonna fall, coming to an end and collapsing. It's the end of the tower, it's an end of an era, and you know, we have to start over again. There is an empowering thing about the tower, though, is all those things that you learned while you were building it, those are still with you. You can rebuild, you can make a better tower than you had before, and I think that is the reason. We're just gonna take the tower, I'm gonna put it over there so we don't have to think about it. The reason the star follows that tower is because you're open, you're new, you're ready to begin again. You can see there, you know, nudity, all that, you know, she's naked, but that shows like the potential that she has, that new beginning that there is. She's taking that old and she's building again. She's pouring that water in there and she's applying the old to the new, kind of like temperance. But this is the card of hidden talents. It's the card of the original thinking. It's the card of hope and manifestation. And it says, even though we've experienced pain in the past, even though something came to an end, that star power is within us, and we have the power to change our lives. We have the power to embrace our inner talents, our hidden talents, and we're able to begin again, to take those talents and begin anew. It's this sequence, the tower moving to the star here, that reminds me of Pandora's box. In the mythological story, I don't know if it was Greek, I don't know what it was exactly, and my mind might not be exactly like right on terms with that story. But the story goes that Pandora, she was built by the gods, she was created by the gods, and they all gave her different gifts. And one of the gifts the gods gave her was curiosity. Now, you've heard the saying before, curiosity killed the cat, because curiosity can get us into a lot of dangerous situations. And I think the gods might have found it funny. That's the best thing I can come up with. Found it amusing to hand Pandora this box and tell her never to open it. Now, come on. She has curiosity. She's curious about everything. You give a girl a box and you tell her not to open it, even if you're not that curious, your inner voice is going to be like, come on, what's in it? I'm dying to know. I need to know what's in this box. So, of course, Pandora opens the box. And then all evils on the entire world, on the entire earth, they were all released and, you know, brought havoc and chaos and stuff like that, you know, tower situations there, and it brought all that onto earth. So, you know, Pandora's sitting there, she's all sad, she's all depressed because she brought all this negativity in, but that box was not empty. There was something still at the bottom of that box that had like potential to make the world better, and that thing in the bottom of the box was hope. So that is very much an energy of the star. Even after the tower collapses, after the tower comes to an end, that star says hope remains, no matter how bad situations get. You know, look at humanity, look throughout history, look time and time and time again of all those situations, all those endings, all those collapses. We built anew. We began again. It's our star power, our potential, our power within, our talents. And when we take control and we want to make the world a better place, we want to make humanity a better place, we can rebuild a better tower using our star power. So that is the Rider-Waite-Smith, and that is that connection there. But I've got 5 other illustrations to show you today, and that's what we're going to get to now. Up first, I have the star from the Hermetic Tarot, and you can see there it's called the star, but also down here at the bottom it says the daughter of firmament. Now, I do believe I'm pronouncing that right, but if you're like me, you might not know what that word means immediately. I know I need to get my vocabulary a little bit better and stuff like that, but that's what Google's great for, and I have it written on this post-it right here. And what I found online, it says the heavens or the sky, especially regarded as a tangible thing, a sphere or world viewed as a collection of people. So that firmament reminds us back of that star, that Aquarius energy that says we want to help humanity, we want to make the world a better place. And that illustration, much like the one we met of the Rider-Smith a little bit ago, you have all the stars there, and you have every elemental thought, every energy there. And that's why the Hermetic Tarot is such an interesting deck. It's one that I struggle with a little bit myself, because there is so much symbology in this illustration that you might not even know where to begin. I mean, you had the sun there, you have different planets all the way around, you have the moon, you have Saturn, you have Jupiter right there, you have Mars, you have Venus. All of those are going around the center of this, and that center of the star. That kind of reminds us that even if we're not an Aquarius, even if we don't have that energy in us at all, that energy is still very strong, especially this time of year, and we can all have those star powers and that hidden talent to share with the world. We even had the world tree down here in black and white, and it kind of reminds us all those experiences of the past, all those lessons learned, that can help us apply that knowledge and wisdom to the present as well. Now, what I'd like to do is share the little white book with this deck that comes with this deck, because it can kind of say a little bit more, and it's the only little white book I'm going to share. I do have more illustrations to show you, obviously, but I'm going to share what that book says about this so we can get a better idea of it. It says, the daughter of firmament, Zaddi, it's spelled Tzaddi, I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly or not, and fishhook, the 7-pointed star of Venus, surrounded in turn by 7 more stars, each also bearing 7 points, shines above the waters of Aquarius. The smaller stars appear as symbols for the sacred planets. Each sephirah of the tree of life appears in the form of a black and white quartered disc representing day and night hours. From these, one can select the most suitable time for completion of the work. The dove above Hermes hovers effortlessly above the tree of knowledge, giving promise of ultimate attainment. In front of the dove is the mathematical conception of the shape of the universe. The woman pours ethereal water from the golden cup, and the immortal liquor of life from the silver cup. The meanings of this card are hopes, dreams, faith, unexpected help, promising, and opportunity. And when this card is reversed, it means unfulfilled hopes, disappointment, pessimism, and bad luck. Now, you know, if you've followed me for a while, or you've watched my videos and read my readings and stuff, I'm not a fan of reversals, but that energy there, that reversal we talked about, that pessimism that we talked about right there, that is what can keep those cards reversed. That's what can keep those mindsets of doubt in. And when you've experienced that tower situation, that the tower follows the star there, then you are in that negative mindset, and you might fear that the future is going to be much the same. But when you have that positivity, when you're optimistic and you believe in the good and you remain positive, that's when you have that power to change your life for the better. And that's how you have the power to, make the world a better place, and embrace that hidden talent and show the world what you're capable of, being the star of your story. Now, the star can be very much any type of situation, anything that you're good at, anything that you want to do, which leads me to the next card that I want to share with you from the Housewives Tarot. And we have this illustration right here. You see all of her ribbons around her, and her smiling. She's got first place on herself, and she's got that pie. So this is just one example of how your star power can come out. Are you a really fantastic chef? Do you win awards for your cooking? Do you make stuff that you share online and people are like, oh my gosh, that looks so good, that looks so tasty? That's what this star represents, and I think it's just a fun illustration from the Housewives Tarot. The whole deck is a really, really fun deck. I do have a little bit of a problem, I think, for lack of a better word with it. They do change the numbers of the High Priestess and the Empress and all that at the beginning of the major arcana, but you know, that's one little setback, and that's why we get different decks. They teach us different things. But we're talking about the star here, not about my little complaints about the Housewives Tarot, but it does show that hidden potential can come in many different forms. Your star power is your personal talent, your hidden talent. So when you want to embrace that star, once that tower falls, that gives you that opportunity to do it. It gives you that opportunity to try something new. Like, say for example, like the tower falling is your job. Like, you lose that job, you thought that's the only thing you had, and now that it's over, you don't know what to do. That's where the star comes in handy. It says, you know, do something you've always wanted to do. Embrace that hidden talent. Oh, you're a really good cook? Start sharing that. Start sharing your food. Start sharing your gifts and stuff like that, and make the world a better place. Smile, because you're unique. And when you're unique and you embrace that part of yourself, then you show others it's okay to do the same. In turn, making humanity a little bit brighter and better than it was before. So that star power and that pie and that showing the talent she has, that's just one example. So I'm going to set that back over here. We're going to move over to the Shadowland Tarot, because I love this illustration. It's so fun, it's so weird, and it just kind of shows no matter how different you might be, no matter how strange your talent might be, the world's ready to see it. That world's ready to find it. And I haven't said anything about the number here since we started, but that number is very, very, very prevalent right there. It's very positive. It's very, like, you can see it really well. That's the words I'm looking for. As we can see though, that 1 and that 7, that combines the Magician with the Chariot. So that says you're embracing this new beginning, you're taking control and getting behind the wheel of your life, overcoming the obstacles that stand in your way moving forward. 1 and 7, they combine to make 8, the number of success and wealth, or the number of strength or justice, depending on which deck we're talking about. So that 8 and that success and wealth and that strength says, you know, once we've learned from that past, we've learned from that tower situation, and we've embraced our inner power, then we can begin being strong, we can begin being fair to ourselves, and we can begin creating the successful lives that we want. So the star energy, the power of Aquarius, it's one of the most empowering signs of the zodiac, because it says we're not going to let our hearts and our emotions hold us back. We're going to trust our minds, use logic to lead our way forward, because Aquarius is the fixed air sign, so it relates to logic. And it says, you know, learning from those experiences, embracing our hidden talents and our power, our star power, we're going to make a better tower than we ever had before. It's taking that faith, that hope that we can make a better life for ourselves, hope that we can build something new, and applying that knowledge and that hope to the world, and, you know, seeing our true potential and our power, and believing in our own worth, that we can make the future better. We can embrace that star power no matter how weird we are. Maybe our power is we're a great hairdresser, we're great, you know, at showing other people how to do their hair and stuff like that. This is 2024. Those weird inspirational things that people want to do, they can make money, they can find success. So embrace that weirdo, embrace that power and that inner uniqueness and individuality, and get behind that wheel of that chariot, and know that you have the power to create success if you believe in your worth, and you take that star power, that weirdness, those hidden talents, and you share them with others. TikTok can be a great way to do that, even YouTube. Just don't be afraid to be yourself and be weird. That's what this illustration tells me, and what the whole star power in Aquarius season is, and why it's one of my favorites, because it's time to have those weird conversations. It's time to believe in the weird, the powerful, the cryptids, the creepy, and just share those hidden talents and the uniqueness, and just be true to who you are, and show the world it's okay to do the same. Now, the next illustration that I want to share with you, continuing on this weird kick that I have, is of course Patrick Valencia's deck. This is the Aquadoxical version of the Trionfi Della Luna. It is the one with the illustrated pips, but I believe this illustration is very much just the regular Trionfi Della Luna too. It's just pretty because it's blue, and I was thinking like the aqua kind of relates to Aquarius, so that's why I chose this card to share with you today. And we have here, like, she's reaching up to the star, she's got a hole in her head, you know, her mind is open, that mind has got teeth, it's got like a tongue and everything, and it's speaking its truth. So I see that in this illustration here. You know, she's experienced a lot of pain, she's even got like a bug, an insect of some sort that's cut part of her arms off. She seems to have had more than 2 arms to begin with though, so she's okay in that situation. There's even a fish biting her foot, which says she's not in a great place, but she still has that hope, she still has that belief that things can get better. Refer back to that Pandora's box. Hope remained in the bottom of that box. Hope for better times, hope for a better future, and then our ability to like keep going, to like learn from those experiences and to keep going no matter what life throws at us. That is deep down our star power, our potential. So embracing our weird, unique selves and not letting the emotions hold us back, because it's the mind, it's open, it's ready to receive all of the knowledge from the universe, to know that humanity can be better, that we have that power to be it, to be the stars of our stories, no matter our negative situations, no matter what towers fell in the past. We have the power and potential to make our lives better and be the stars of our story. So embracing that power, trusting the universe to have our backs, and being like embracing that star power and our hidden talents, that's going to help us find that success and wealth of the 8. That's going to help us overcome the obstacles that we face, and that's going to help us embrace our inner magicians and be the stars we were born to be. And it's like, I love these illustrations of how weird and strange they are, because it just reminds us that our own weird, unique selves can do anything as well. So even if we've got little insects, like, okay, now I'm getting way weird here. But if we've got like insects like in our heads, it seems, and it's like kind of crawling through us and everything, we can still be our individual selves. Even if we're cousin It from the Addams family, you know, that's a star power too. Just being your unique individual self, being true to who you are, knowing, like, not just hoping, but believing that the universe has your back, and the stars, you are a star and you can be a star of your story. That's going to help you find the success and wealth that you desire. Now, the final card I want to share with you today is from the Thoth Tarot, or the Thoth Tarot, however you choose to pronounce it, from Aleister Crowley and Leda Frieda Harris, because this is one of the most beautiful illustrations I have ever seen in any deck, any star card. I love the coloring of it. It's absolutely gorgeous, and it's so spiritual, and it's so cosmic. And you know, cosmic tarot and staring at the stars and everything, that's one of my favorite things to do. So I love the coloring in this illustration, because it screams Aquarius to me. It screams, you know, otherworldly powers and stuff like that. And you've got down here in the bottom, it says the Aquarius sign, and then there's like this symbol over here. It's one of those symbols like the Hermetic Tarot that I don't know necessarily off the top of my head, so you might have to look that one up. I suppose it might be in the guidebook, but again, I don't plan on reading that guidebook with you. I just wanted to share these different illustrations and show you the weirdness and uniqueness that the star power really has. So that illustration of the Aleister Crowley and Leda Frieda Harris one, it's magical, and that's what the star is to me. It's a magical card. It's an empowering card. It shows the power and potential that we have when we hope for the best, believe in the best, you know, embracing our inner star power, no matter what that star power might be, and trusting in ourselves and believing in the universe to have our back. You know, the power is within us. We have like all the knowledge and wisdom and everything we've accrued throughout humanity, throughout our own lives and the lives that come before us. That's how we can rebuild when the tower falls, and that's how we can just be open and ready for whatever the future holds. So that is the energy of the star. That's the card astrologically connected to Aquarius. If you're looking for the cards that are all connected to astrologically connected to Aquarius, I will leave the link to that video in the description below. I made that one a few years ago. I haven't watched in a while, so I don't know how great it is, but all the cards will be there. If you're curious, I will throw them out here for you now. The Aquarius, since it's a fixed air sign of the zodiac, like I said, major arcana is the star. The court card connected to it would be the King of Swords for the first 2 deacons, the third deacon, as well as the first 2 deacons of Pisces. Pisces, by the way, is the only zodiac sign I do not have completed yet. You will see that coming up next month, but that card would be the Knight of Cups. That would be the 3rd deacon of Aquarius, the first 2 deacons of Pisces, and 5, 6, and 7 of Swords. Those are the cards connected to Aquarius as well. But like I said, that video will be linked in the description below if you want to check that out. For now, embrace your inner star, embrace your potential, your power, make the world a better place than while you're here. You know, if you want to bake pies, if you want to draw, if you want to write stories, if you want to play your kazoo and be your weird, unique self and show that hidden talent and be an inspiration to others, that is what this season is all about. At least that's what I think. So as always, I want to thank you for watching. If any of these decks are like really kind, you want a personal reading with them, then let me know in the comments. Send me a message on any of the socials, you know, whatever you want to do to connect me. I've got the website too. You can book one directly from there. But as always, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.